Hello lovelies, I am Christina Minerva. Welcome to my channel, Shayna Velde Arts. Today I wanted to do something really fun. I have this art notebook here. I would call it like an art/commonplace notebook. I started this in 2017, so it's kind of been a long time working on this journal, but I kind of wanted to do a little walkthrough with it because I am pretty much finished with it. So come follow me as we go on a little tour of this journal. Okay, so welcome to this journal tour. This is a journal that I actually bought, I believe, at Hobby Lobby in 2017. So I don't know if they make this journal anymore, but the thing that I really liked about it, it just came in black. And I liked that it had the strap thing on it, just to kind of keep the pages contained. And I also liked that it came with like a bookmark, just to mark the page that you're currently working on. I thought that was really cool. How I decorated this cover with these feathers is I actually found these feathers. They were like up in the wall mural stickers at the Dollar Tree, and I was like obsessed with these when they came out, and I think I bought like 5 packs of these feathers, so you'll see them throughout this journal. So like I was saying, this journal is, I would say, half art, half commonplace. There's a lot of notes and things that I was learning and that kind of thing that I actually put into this journal. So with that, we'll just go from there. So here's the cover. And at first, my goal with this was to have it be a soul book. Around this time, I had come up with a modality that I use with clients called soul paintings, and I was thinking about possibly doing a drawing every day and then just kind of having it be like a soul art journal, but it just didn't pan out that way. But this is the cover page. That was my intention with it. This right here is a drawing that my daughter gave to me. This is a sweet note that I got from a friend, so I just kept this in here. And I am like in love with Eden Gardens. I don't know if you've ever heard of that essential oil company. It's like an all-women owned oil company. It is not an MLM, and I just adore all of their essential oils. And this was a really cute packet thing that they sent when I ordered some essential oils. So I just added that in there. Okay, so this is one of my very first pages. It's of a girl kind of has all of this chaos surrounding her, but she's feeling at peace and feeling like at one with herself. And I believe that I drew this with colored pencil and watercolor and then went over it with black ink. Around this time, I was starting to learn about color therapy, so I really loved this quote, and it's called "Color is the power which directly influences the soul." And you'll see a lot of color therapy references in this book because I was very fascinated with that at the time. So here's a mandala. Sometimes I'll just find papers that I really love and I'll just stick them in. Here's an elephant and a baby elephant that I drew. So every now and then too, I will just stick art pages from like other artists or something else that I find in here. And I do not know who this artist is, but I love their work and I have a couple of other ones. But it's just really has that beautiful fantasy quality to it. Here I made a list of things that I know are true for myself and just thought that would be a good reference to come back to. Here I was playing with pastels. It had been like a long time since I had tried pastels. I did pastels in middle school, and I think that's where I stopped. So I just kind of wanted to try like an autumn leaf type look. And I put the word relax, and yeah, it was just like really relaxing doing it. Okay, so here I put some new moon intentions for March 2018, and I just kind of wrote some intentions that I would like for that new moon. Here is a picture, a painting of a swan, all in colored pencil, and then oil pastel, I believe, and then ink. Another mandala. Here's another drawing for my daughter. So as you can see, I just like I like sticking random things in here. Here is a butterfly with oil pastel. Okay, so around this time I decided I really wanted to try my hand at pastels. And so the thing that I didn't really love with this paper is it does not take watercolor at all very well. It's just like really soft. It's not like a great mixed media type paper. And so pastels and oil pastels and color pencil were probably the best ways to go with this journal. So I just decided to do more experimenting with that. Here I was having fun kind of drawing all the different chakras kind of like out of my head, seeing what they look like and felt like to me. So we've got the root chakra, we've got sacral, we've got the solar plexus, the heart chakra, we've got the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and then right here is the crown chakra, another mandala, and then just another one that I experimented with. Later on, what I did with these was I actually took pictures of each one of these and then kind of made a card deck. And I don't have that card deck anymore. I should probably try and find that. Here's a quote that I like from a person named Marianne Williamson who ran for president. And if I remember, let's look at the back here. This is her sticker for when she ran for president. I would have voted for her if she would have made it through the primaries, but she did not. But I really liked her. Okay, so this is a moon and trees all in colored pencil. Right here is another drawing of that artist I really like, who I don't know who it is. I decided to kind of do kind of like a fantasy thing that kind of matched this idea, and kind of did like these mushrooms with eyes kind of poking out. Lots of lines. Did that in ink. And then we have a pastel page, and wanted to put a quote in, and the quote is, "In order to love who you are, you cannot hate the experiences that shaped you." Really simple. Really simple. Another mandala. I just like mandalas in general just because you kind of just get out of your head and can just be creative and just kind of do what feels best to you in the moment. So I just really like making those. Here's another one of those artist paintings. Here we kind of start going into the pages where I'm learning about the positive and the negative words associated with each color and like the subconscious ideas of this color. So I have the positive words for red, the negative words for red. Right here I wrote down the basics of a meditation practice, and then I kind of did like this yin-yang horse in colored pencil. I was looking into EFT tapping, so here's one for sleep. Here is another oil pastel of some women. It's just really simple. They're holding a watering pail, an umbrella. They're watering the flowers when it's raining. Just kind of silly, but it's what came to my head. Oh, here we are. So this is one of the cards that I made. So this is the crown chakra from the previous page. And so I made these cards, and then I just had a mantra: I am a being of light and love, and my spiritual insight is clear. And here I just decided to do a moth, kind of with centangling in ink, and I believe I tried watercolor on this. I love watercolor, and I wish I could have. It was just so hard doing it on this notebook. So this is actually a picture of me, and I want to say this is 2018 when I did this, 2018 or 19. But someone on Instagram was doing goddess pictures of people, where you would send in a picture of yourself and then things that you love and your favorite flower and that kind of thing, and then she would combine it all together. So I just stuck that in here, and then I did kind of like a little motif, floral motif that says "Be You," and this is in colored pencil. Then we get to some oil pastels. I really love poppies. You will see them come up in my work time and time again. This actually was one of the newer pages that I've done. Oftentimes, when I create paintings for clients, I'll often sketch out kind of in my brain what I'm thinking of doing for that painting. So I'll often put that in here. And so this is a painting that I basically did that had the singing bowl and a dragonfly over it, but I did add a frog here instead and added some monstera leaf instead of fern leaf. But just really simple oil pastels. Another picture. This was actually one of the first paintings, big paintings that I ever did for myself, but that's like the pre-drawing of it. And I actually really love how this drawing turned out. I think I might even like it more than the painting, so I don't know. Maybe I'll try the painting again at some point. Okay, so this was just to kind of get out my head Zentangle thing with ink, and I just wrote bright idea because light bulb with flowers inside, and then another paper with oil pastel. This is a quote: "When everything feels like an uphill struggle, just think of the view from the top." Just think of the view from the top. So this was watercolor, and I just really like being able to have no rules and just kind of letting my brain just do whatever it wants on paper. And as you can see, these are just really simple Zentangling and just playing with watercolor, playing with your art supplies. It's nothing huge or special, but it kind of turned out fun and I liked the colors. Here's another one of those cards. So here's the solar plexus that I drew, and I love myself, I am brave, I am strong. And this was just a person that I just felt like drawing, and just put inspirational quotes around her. And I believe that she is just mixed media. So she is watercolor and ink and colored pencil all into one. Here is another card. This is the third eye that I made. I trust my intuition, I embody my spiritual gifts, and I hear my inner voice. And then this was a Zentangle, just out of ink. So around this time, I was actually wanting to come up with a color card deck, and at first I was going to do kind of like more of a picture type card deck, and maybe eventually I'll come back to this idea. But what I ended up creating for my card deck was more of a Zentangle looking one. And if you're interested in seeing how that card deck looks, you can go to my Instagram and also my website. I sell that card deck. So here's purple, burgundy, coral, emerald. As you can see, I did not get to coloring all of these. Lavender, brown, gray, amber, black, white, bronze, turquoise. I love the turquoise, and I love the black raven. I don't know, I think it would be fun to do another card deck this way. I may do it. Azure, plum, pink, pearl. I think I would change the pink and not do a butterfly. I mean a ladybug. Doesn't seem to fit the pink ideal very much, but silver is the moon, gold the sun, auburn trees, rainbow, indigo, magenta, orange, red, poppies and mushrooms for red, you just got it. Green, I was thinking of doing a praying mantis, and then violet was kind of like a sea type scene with a boat. Yellow, kind of like those, probably a lemon tree type idea that I was coming up with, and then blue having fish. Okay, so I think I drew this like around a Halloween thing. Halloween is like one of my favorite holidays, and so I just kind of get giddy whenever Halloween comes around. So I just decided to draw these skull looking flowers, and then just write late October showers bring these delicate skeleton flowers, a ghostly sight on Halloween night, they softly glow for hours. I think it'd be fun to color that. I should color that. Okay, so here's my throat chakra card. I live my truth, I communicate my truth, I am my truth. And then here I drew a mermaid, and this was like around the time where I started really focusing on body positivity and learning to love my body no matter what size it was. And so I wrote mermaids don't have thigh gaps, which they don't. So there you go. Okay, so then I took a health class. So this is why this is a commonplace book, is because this is a health class that I took and wrote notes for. But then inside I ended up doodling this oil pastel of this heart. So then we get on to the root chakra. I am grounded, I love being in my body, I let go of fear. And then I drew this drawing, which I absolutely love, of this girl kind of covered in birds and butterflies and flowers. And I think that she's fabulous. I should do something more with her. Okay, so now we've got to my heart chakra card. I am grateful, I am compassionate, I am open to love. And then I decided to draw, oh now I can't remember what these are called, and it's going to bug me. Yep, absolutely left my mind, but I just really liked drawing the scenes in them. So flowers and fish and birds and, you know, fun stuff like that. So here is a shepherd with some sheep. She's about to feed them some apples. Just kind of a little sketch that came into my head out of pencil. So just some great questions to ask myself, and just some quotes that I find inspirational. Here is the color orange, and then I was focusing on the traits that we positively associate with orange to the negative ones that we associate with the color orange. And then it must have been around Halloween that I did this one, which is a jack-o'-lantern princess. Pretty much love her. Okay, so then I was learning about colors associated with yellow and green, and I kind of did just little drawings up top. Here is a colored pencil of a girl laying in the grass. This one is actually marker, if I remember, and I really love chickens. I want to own chickens at some point, so I must have had chickens on the brain this day, and there's a girl going out to get the eggs from her chickens. The words all associated with blue, and then just some 3 goddesses in watercolor. So around this time I was starting to learn about, you know, meditation and riding the wave and mental health, and so I was writing all the notes about that. Some more notes. This is indigo and the words associated with that. And just a fun oil pastel of a plant. Some more oil pastel of a fox. This was actually a painting that I made for a client that I blocked out before I did anything. This is a bird carrying an envelope, oil pastel cups. And here's a quote: instead of asking, why is this happening to me, think, this is happening for me. Find out what is right about the situation and send yourself love and compassion. And here is an envelope with some really good chocolate turmeric truffles. If you want the recipe, let me know. I just felt it was really important to stick it in there. And this was a mixed media that I didn't really love, but you can never love everything you make. But it has like, it's made of separate papers and acrylics, and it's just kind of all sitting on top of each other. Don't love it, it's fine. I love this page. This was alcohol inks, I believe, and inking, and I kind of did like this really cool goddess type girl. Some more quotes. This is from an artist that I did a trade with, so I stuck her art in there. Here's some oil pastel florals I was practicing doing. The colors associated with gold, and I love this page of these like sisters with a sunflower between them and a butterfly. Kind of love it. Some more quotes. I'm practicing with marker, just trying different textures and ideas with ink and marker. And this quote: sometimes when I have a hard day, I imagine God sitting right next to me. Here is another oil pastel, just trying out drawing chairs and different plants. This was a watercolor of a frog and just kind of doing more of like a loose type of art style. There was a letter that I wrote to my friend Fear, and this was a drawing of a painting that I created for a friend that I tried out on paper before I painted. Okay, so then we get to the silver, the words and the negative words associated with it. Here's a girl riding a robin. This was a oil pastel cat surrounded by balls of yarn. And this right here is some angels in a circle holding hands. I was gonna do something cool like ethereal over here, but it obviously has not come to pass yet. Some notes on healing frequencies for the body. The color violet, the words associated with that. This was another sketch out for a painting I did for someone. some notes. Here's a robin. This is a portrait of my dog that I drew real quick, just out of ink, and it looks nothing like her. So then brown, the words associated with that, another robin. This one was kind of fun. It was just a lady just covered in eyes, kind of associated with third eye, intuition type of idea. Just some more quotes. This was an art therapy exercise I did that I'm going to be doing a video on, but it was very fun. And you guys will get to try this out, I'm sure. Okay, so then I was learning about black and white, the words associated with those, quotes, and this is the world, that the tarot card of the world. It's like one of my favorite one of my favorite in the arcana is the world. Okay, so then there's pink, and then I did an oil pastel peacock. This is another idea that I'm kind of thinking about currently, but it's these ghost people holding fallen trees. We had a big ice storm here where a bunch of my beautiful trees in my front yard fell down, and I was just so sad and kind of grieved them, and just kind of drew like a little bit about how I was feeling when that happened, and I'm sure I'll turn that into a painting eventually. Here is just an oil pastel of a dress, and here is an oil pastel of a house. Here is a drawing of a sun, some hands pushing the clouds away, and a mandala. Here's some marker, some more oil pastel, and ta-da, you made it. You made it to the end of the journal. So, would I buy this type of journal again? The pros were definitely, I love the hardcover, I love this, and I love the bookmark, but the quality of the paper, I don't very much love. So my next commonplace notebook will more than likely be one that holds mixed media, especially watercolor, a lot better than this one did. So that is all for now. Oh, I forgot to show you back. Thank you everybody for watching this tour. I hope that you liked it. And if you want more videos like this, make sure to give a big thumbs up, like and subscribe. And if no one's told you today, you are beautiful and amazing the way you are. And please like and follow if you would like to see more. Thank you.